The focus for this week's value driver video is to challenge assumptions. There might be terms being thrown around at your company or with your customer, data, metrics, and you can ask questions. You can be curious. Sometimes everyone's using a certain term, but in their head, they all have a different definition. So by being curious, you can ask things like, well, how do you define that? Or can you help me break that down and see how we define that metric? I was talking to a colleague earlier this week who shared that the first thing she does when she works with companies to get into the data, because a lot of the internal assumptions are not reality. Now, I found that when I was working with a company, and their assumption was that their onboarding process was taking about 8 weeks. They wanted to reduce it to 4, but when we mapped out the full process, the reality, it was taking 50% longer than they expected. It was taking 12 weeks. And I have to tell you, when I told this CEO the reality, he was like speechless, because for that company, delaying the go live meant they could not recognize revenue. So that meant they were unable to recognize a month of revenue, which for them was $400,000 a year. So challenge assumptions. Just because you assume something takes a certain amount of time, map it out, see what the reality is. So ask questions, be curious. You don't need to be attacking. You don't want to have people be defensive, but see what you can learn. I'm working with a company now that talked about maturing GRR and trailing GRR. I had never heard those terms before, so I asked, and now I'm smarter, right? Because I asked questions. To dive deeper, I encourage you to read my article about customer success experiments, and let me know how I can help you.